Think a dime is just a dime? Think again. Some of these coins have become rare treasures worth thousands. Welcome back. In today's video, we'll reveal how certain one-dime coins from the US have turned into some of the most sought-after collectibles in the world. Could you have one in your collection? Stay tuned till the end to find out. In 1983, the United States Mint made a small but significant change in the production of one of its most recognizable coins, the dime. In the world of numismatics, even the tiniest alterations to a coin can make a big difference, and the 1983 USA one-dime coin is a perfect example of this. At first glance, it might look like just another coin in circulation, but for collectors and enthusiasts, this particular dime holds much more than its face value. The year 1983 marked an important moment in U.S. coinage history. It wasn't a year marked by the release of a new commemorative series or a major design overhaul like we had seen in the past. Instead, it was a seemingly ordinary year for a coin that had already been in circulation for decades, the Roosevelt dime. However, the 1983 one-dime coin became legendary in the numismatic world due to a rare and unique minting error that would go on to capture the attention of collectors across the globe in the early years of its production. The Roosevelt dime was designed to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. It was first introduced in 1946, shortly after Roosevelt's passing, as a tribute to his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. The coin featured a profile of Roosevelt on the obverse, designed by artist John R. Sinek. This coin replaced the Mercury dime, which had been in circulation since 1916, and over the years, the Roosevelt dime became one of the most beloved coins in the United States. As time went on, the design of the dime remained relatively unchanged, with only minor adjustments to details such as the mint mark placement. But in 1983, things took an interesting turn. While the coin's design stayed the same, it was in that year that a critical, often overlooked, detail emerged. A rare error during the minting process that would change everything for collectors. In 1983, the United States Mint, which is responsible for producing the country's coinage, produced millions of dimes. The Mint's facilities in Philadelphia and Denver were busy at work churning out these small silver coins, just as they had been for decades. However, a small but significant mistake occurred in one of these batches, leading to the creation of an anomaly, a dime that was vastly different from its intended design. The mint mark is a letter or symbol used to indicate where a coin was produced. In the case of the 1983 dime, the mint mark on some of the coins was positioned incorrectly, which is what led to the creation of a key error coin. Normally, the mint mark would appear on the obverse of the coin, just above Roosevelt's left from our perspective shoulder, to show where the coin was minted, either in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. However, the error that made this dime so special was not in the design or in the appearance of Roosevelt. It was the placement of the mint mark itself. Instead of being positioned correctly, some of the 1983 dimes ended up with the mint mark being placed slightly off-center, which caused it to be positioned much lower than usual. This error, though minor in appearance, was enough to make the 1983 dime unique, and collectors began to take notice. For coin enthusiasts, the tiniest of errors can lead to big rewards. A misplacement of the mint mark might seem like a small issue, but in the world of coin collecting, these types of imperfections are prized. It was this slight misalignment that caused the 1983 mint mark dime to become one of the most sought-after coins in numismatics. As with most collectible coins, rarity and uniqueness are key factors in determining value, and this error would lead to a significant increase in the coin's appeal at the time of its discovery. The 1983 USA one-dime coin was valued at just a few cents above face value. However, it didn't take long for collectors and coin dealers to recognize the potential value in this small minting mistake. The error didn't affect all of the 1983 dimes, but for those that were produced with the misplaced mint mark, the coin became a treasure in the eyes of those who collected U.S. currency. Soon, the word spread within the numismatic community, and demand for the 1983 dime surged. As the years went by, the 1983 USA 1 dime coin with the misplaced mint mark became increasingly rare. The majority of the coins produced that year were minted correctly, and the error coins were quickly removed from circulation. However, as is often the case with rare items, the error coins began to surface in collections, hidden away by collectors who had managed to get their hands on them during their brief appearance in the market. Because of this rarity, the price of these 1983 dimes began to climb. The heart of the 1983 1 dime's appeal is its rarity. In numismatics, rarity is often the defining characteristic that separates a regular coin from one with substantial value. Over the decades, the 1983 error dimes became more and more difficult to find, as most were taken out of circulation long ago. As a result, collectors became willing to pay increasingly higher prices for these rare coins, especially those in excellent condition or with minimal signs of wear. What sets the 1983 USA 1 dime coin apart from other coins with minting errors is its historical context. The coin is a part of a long and storied tradition of U.S. currency, and its error provides a glimpse into the sometimes unpredictable nature of the minting process. Collectors aren't just drawn to this coin because of its rarity, they're drawn to the story behind it. The 1983 error dime is not just a piece of metal. It's a small snapshot of history, a product of an imperfect yet fascinating process, and a reminder of the delicate balance between design and production. Over the years, the value of the 1983 USA 1 dime coin has continued to rise, with the most well-preserved examples fetching impressive sums at auction. What was once a minor mistake in the minting process has become one of the most valuable coins in the U.S. collection market, with some of these rare dimes now valued at astonishing amounts. In fact, the most valuable 1983 USA 1 dime coin with the misplaced mint mark has been known to fetch as much as $117,000 in the right market conditions. In 1988, a seemingly ordinary year in U.S. coinage, a particular dime produced by the U.S. Mint would go on to make its mark in the world of numismatics. At first glance, the 1988 USA 1 dime coin may seem like just another routine issue, but for those in the know, this coin is anything but ordinary. The year 1988 was marked by subtle yet significant changes within the minting process, one of which would produce a rare and highly sought-after error coin that would captivate collectors for decades to come. The dime, a small but important coin in the U.S. currency system, had been in circulation for over 40 years by the time the 1988 coin was minted. It was in 1946 that the Roosevelt dime was introduced, replacing the Mercury dime. The Roosevelt dime, designed by artist John R. Sinek, features a profile of President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse. Roosevelt, who had led the country through the Great Depression and World War II, was chosen as the subject of the coin to honor his leadership and legacy. The reverse side of the coin depicts a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. The mint mark on U.S. coins, including the dime, is a crucial detail that indicates where the coin was produced. Coins minted in Philadelphia typically don't bear a mint mark, while those produced in Denver are marked with a D, and those from San Francisco are marked with an S. However, in 1988, something interesting happened at the U.S. Mint that would make certain 1988 dimes quite valuable in the future. The coin in question would bear the P mint mark, indicating it was minted in Philadelphia. However, it was not just any ordinary P mint mark. The mistake made during the minting process of these coins created a rare and valuable error. This mistake was in the placement and the characteristics of the P mint mark itself, which turned out to be one of the key factors in the coin's appeal to collectors. Mint marks, while small, are important for distinguishing coins from different mints. But what happened in 1988 was that the mint mark, which usually appears on the obverse of the coin just above Roosevelt's right, left, from our perspective shoulder, was slightly off-center. This error, though subtle, made the 1988 P mint mark dimes stand out among their counterparts. At first, the mistake went unnoticed by most of the public. It wasn't until years later that coin collectors and dealers began to notice the slight deviation in the placement of the mint mark, making these dimes much more desirable to those in the numismatic world. To the untrained eye, a misplaced mint mark might seem like an insignificant issue. But for serious collectors, even the smallest error can turn an otherwise common coin into a highly valuable collectible. This error placed the 1988 P dime firmly into the category of rare and highly sought-after coins. Over time, as collectors began to discover more of these dimes, their value steadily increased, and they gained recognition as one of the premier examples of minting mistakes in U.S. coinage. But it wasn't just the error itself that made the 1988 P dime unique. The historical context surrounding the coin also played a significant role in its appeal. The 1980s were a period of economic change in the United States, with the country grappling with inflation, high interest rates, and a shifting global economy. It was a time of political and social upheaval, and coins from this era took on new significance as markers of an evolving society. As a result, collectors found themselves not just drawn to the 1988 dime for its rarity, but also for the story it told about the time in which it was produced. Coin collectors are often motivated by more than just the intrinsic value of a piece of currency. They are driven by the stories that these coins tell. The 1988 P mint mark dime is more than just a small, silver coin. It's a snapshot of a particular moment in U.S. history, one that captures the essence of an era defined by change and transition. For those who collect coins, this dime represents not only a rare mistake but also an important piece of a larger historical narrative. As word spread among the numismatic community about the rare 1988 P dimes, their value began to skyrocket. Coins with minting errors are often valued highly because of their rarity, and in the case of the 1988 dime, the combination of a unique error and historical significance made it even more desirable. Collectors began to seek out these dimes, eager to add them to their collections, and dealers took note of the growing demand. The more pristine the condition of the coin, the higher its value. Coins that were well preserved or appeared to have been minted with little to no wear or damage fetched the highest prices. And as with all rare coins, the law of supply and demand came into play. The 1988 P mint mark dimes, though produced in large quantities, became increasingly difficult to find in excellent condition. As time went on, fewer and fewer of these coins were circulating in the public domain, making those that were discovered even more valuable. The true appeal of the 1988 P dime lies in its rarity. Unlike many other coins from this era, the error in the minting process wasn't common. Only a small number of these dimes were affected, making them hard to come by, especially in good condition. As collectors continued to unearth these rare coins, they realized the true value of the 1988 P dime, leading to skyrocketing prices at auctions and private sales. In recent years, the value of the 1988 P dime has reached impressive heights. What once seemed like a minor mistake in the minting process has turned into a highly sought-after coin, fetching impressive amounts at auctions and in private sales. Some of the finest examples of the 1988 P mint mark dimes have sold for as much as $115,000, depending on their condition and the rarity of the error. For coin collectors, the story of the 1988 P mint mark dime is a reminder that the pursuit of rare and valuable coins is often full of surprises. What once seemed like just another dime from a typical year has become a prized piece of numismatic history, coveted by collectors and worth far more than its original face value. So, the next time you're sorting through your change, remember that even the most ordinary-looking coins could be hiding a secret. You never know, you might just have an extraordinary piece of history in your hands. In 1996, an ordinary dime, the kind you would find in your pocket or your change jar, began its journey to becoming one of the most sought-after coins in the world of numismatics. At first glance, it seemed like just another year for the Roosevelt dime series. Yet, among the millions of dimes minted, A rare and important error would soon make the 1996 P Mint Mark dime stand out for collectors and enthusiasts alike. The Roosevelt dime, which had been in circulation since 1946, was a well-known piece of U.S. currency, designed by artist John R. Cynic. It depicted the profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, and had become symbolic of American resilience and hope, especially considering Roosevelt's leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. But in 1996, amidst the usual process of minting millions of dimes for circulation, something extraordinary happened. The Philadelphia Mint had been producing dimes for decades, and most of the coins minted in 1996 had the expected P Mint mark to denote their origin. But this particular year saw a small but impactful flaw in a small fraction of the production. A minting error that would lead to a rise in value for the 1996 P dimes in the future. As coins are produced in vast quantities, even the smallest imperfection can make a huge difference. And this seemingly minor mistake would give the 1996 P dimes their legendary status in the coin collecting world. What made the 1996 P dime particularly valuable were subtle misalignments and errors in the minting process. The most notable flaw was the misplacement or deformation of the mint mark. The P on the obverse of the coin, just above Roosevelt's shoulder, was struck with an irregularity. Whether it was out of position or with too much pressure, the result was an easily identifiable error. A slight change in the appearance of the mint mark, though small to the naked eye, was enough to make this dime a prized possession in the world of rare coins. In the world of numismatics, errors in minting are not just overlooked mistakes. They can make a coin immensely valuable. It's these kinds of errors that collectors and dealers hunt for, as they provide an extra layer of intrigue and rarity to an otherwise common coin. While the error on the 1996 P dime might have initially gone unnoticed, coin collectors began to recognize the rarity of this flaw, and, soon, the search for these dimes became a passionate pursuit. What makes error coins like the 1996 P dime so fascinating is that they defy expectations. A coin that was supposed to be just another dime, a coin with no special meaning, suddenly becomes unique because of something as simple as a slightly misplaced mint mark. And in the world of coin collecting, this small mistake can be a golden opportunity. As the value of error coins like the 1996 P dime began to grow, collectors realized that they had stumbled upon something rare and valuable. As the years went on and more collectors became aware of the error, the 1996 P dime grew in appeal. What was once just a small and routine coin in circulation now had a story behind it. A story of an unexpected minting flaw that turned a common coin into an extraordinary one. The more these dimes were discovered, the more their value skyrocketed. Coin collectors are often on the lookout for rare pieces, and once the 1996 P error dime was recognized as a must-have, demand for it increased exponentially. For some lucky individuals, finding the 1996 P error dime in their change became a moment of fortune. What had once been a mere dime was now a rare and valuable piece of U.S. history. This transformation, where a simple error led to such a dramatic rise in worth, is what makes the world of coin collecting so exciting. It's a reminder that sometimes, the smallest of mistakes can create the most valuable treasures. As collectors continued to seek out these rare dimes, the value of the 1996 P Mint Mark error coin grew steadily. Coins in mint condition with little to no wear fetched the highest prices. The rarity of the error, combined with the high demand, created a perfect storm for numismatics enthusiasts. And as the years passed, fewer and fewer of these rare dimes were left in circulation, pushing their value even higher. Today, the 1996 P dime, with its rare minting error, is one of the most prized coins of the 1990s. These coins can now sell for as much as $98,000, depending on their condition. The value of the 1996 P error dime reflects its rarity, historical significance, and the growing market for rare coins. For those lucky enough to possess one, it has become a prized treasure in the world of numismatics. Collectors are drawn to the unique history behind these coins, and every one of them carries a story of its journey from the mint to your pocket. The fact that such a small mistake could lead to something so valuable is a testament to the unpredictability and excitement of coin collecting. The 1996 P dime is not just a coin. It's a symbol of how the smallest details can make all the difference in the world of rare and valuable collectibles. So, the next time you come across a 1996 dime, don't be so quick to dismiss it. With its history, its error, and its growing value, that simple coin could be worth far more than you think. In fact, you could be holding a treasure worth $98,000. Proof that in the world of coin collecting, even the smallest details can lead to the most incredible discoveries.